Celebrating AAPI heritage, he's LA's top cop, the interim police chief, after Michel Moore stepped down earlier this year. A few months into the job, Dominic Choi has already made his mark on the city. Fox 11's Sandra Endo explains.
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Interim Chief of Police.
A new face heading up the Los Angeles Police Department. In March, Dominic Choi took the oath, becoming the first Asian American to become Interim Chief of Police in LA history.
Tell us about the man behind the badge, your story of how you got into this position.
Well, I think the short story is a lot of hard work and dedication and being committed to what I'm doing and enjoying what I'm doing is how I got here, but it obviously didn't start that way.
It's a journey which started when his parents immigrated from Korea. Having 3 kids, as the traditional playbook goes, a future in law enforcement wasn't in the cards for a young Dominic Choi.
Quite frankly, I never thought about being a police officer.
Yeah, how did you get on this journey?
I went to college, became an accountant, worked for one of the large accounting firms at the time, didn't like it or didn't enjoy it, and then I was looking for something a little more rewarding. My parents didn't approve of or initially support the idea of going from an accountant to a police officer, especially with the cost of college and all that stuff. And now, obviously, they're very, very supportive and very proud.
He joined the force in 1995 and rose through the ranks, despite not having many Asian American role models to follow.
I don't see my status as a minority as a barrier or a hurdle. I have to work harder. I have to do better. No easy way to do it, but also it wasn't a barrier for me mentally.
From making sergeant, lieutenant, captain, to deputy chief and director of operations, he worked for the department during the pandemic when anti-Asian hate was on the rise. But through it all, Chief Choi stands on building community as the best way to police.
I think I can remember incidents where I would, you'd have an interaction. Okay, that person obviously doesn't like Asians, or I felt uncomfortable in this group, but not anything that was sustained or prohibited me from pursuing or getting to where I wanted to be. The more we stand up for it, and the more we continue to fight forward, the better we all become.
What do you say to people who, are fearful of what's happening?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I acknowledge you. I accept your feelings of unsafety, and it's my responsibility as chief of this police department to ensure that people not only feel safe, but also that the numbers of crime, the numbers also are declining. And that's my task. I am aware of it, our officers are aware of it, they're meeting daily on crime fighting.
Just a few months into this interim job, he's already handled a lot. College protests, metro stabbings, and the ongoing safety issues surrounding homelessness. Despite the challenges, he remains optimistic.
I think things are much better, so if you take a snapshot in time from now to 10 years ago to 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I would say we are absolutely in a much better place.
Making communities safer is a responsibility he takes seriously, and what keeps him up at night, thinking about the nearly 9,000 officers he leads.
The last call I want to get is that an officer is seriously injured or killed in the line of duty. I think any chief across the nation, that's probably one of the worst calls you can get.
Soon he will be passing on the baton to the next chief of police once a search is conducted. Chief Choi says he will continue to serve the city and the department wherever he is needed. But he says the impact of being the first is an honor.
Anything's possible. It's better to shoot for the stars and miss than aim for a barn door and hit it, right? I mean, I always say that. So it's okay to be ambitious, work hard, keep your head down, and let your actions speak for itself.
All right, Mom and Dad, what do you think now?